I wish when I was younger that I had more certainty. If I had had more certainty, I think I'd be in a much better place. I'm grateful that right now I do have a lot of certainty in my life, and it's an important thing that you need to have for your life, because if you're not certain about where you're going, you could end up anywhere. Welcome to That Much Love. Trav here. Just finished weed whacking, covered in debris, and you might be thinking, well, how do I become more certain in my life? Hit some stones over here. So I'm gonna give you some tips on how to create more certainty in your life today. And what I mean is, when I was younger, when I was coming out of high school, when I was coming out of college, it's like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Like, I don't know what career I want. I didn't imagine I would get into farming. Let's chill here for a minute. I didn't go for a walk, know what exactly my values are. I didn't know what I was looking in a partnership. I didn't know where I wanted to live. I didn't have very much certainty at all. I didn't really know a lot about anything. I was pretty uncertain. It's like, I don't know. And the problem with I don't know is I can't put focused direction. Now that I have more certainty, it's like, okay, I want to be right here. I'm certain about this. So I can stop looking elsewhere. I can invest in this. I know what I value in a partnership, in a partner. So I'm going to look only there, and I'm not going to look over there. I know exactly what kind of work I want to do, so I'm going to do just that work. I'm not going to do this work over here, right? And it would have been nice if much earlier I could have found these things out, but I didn't. But you don't have to be me. You can figure it out. Maybe you're older than me, but you get more certainty too. And certainty, clarity, commitment, these things go together and are very powerful, very important. So how do you get more certainty? Well, I think the first thing is to look for more certainty. I didn't know that I needed more certainty when I was younger. I was uncertain about that too, right? But as I realized, like, I got some advice along the way, like, Trav, you need more certainty in your life. And it's like, you're right. So I asked for more certainty. I want more certainty about where I'm going to live. I want more certainty about my work. I want more certainty about my values and so on. And at some point, this is something that I learned, you need to make a commitment, because if you don't make a commitment, you're committing to be uncertain. You are committing to nothing. No decision is a decision, right? So at some point you have to say, well, why don't I just choose? The grass looks green over here, it looks green over here, it's green where you water it, why don't I water it right here? So I can have some more certainty on that, right? And that goes for health, wealth, love, happiness, the pillars, right? Now, it's easier said than done, because a lot of that came with experimentation. So I think it's really important for people to try to achieve their bucket list and experiment a lot when they're young, because if they don't, they have this lingering, what if I had done this? What if I had moved there? What if I had met this person? And it makes it hard to have more certainty because you don't know. So I think it's very important when you can to go accomplish as many of your goals as you can, as young as you can, so that you can know. So I had goals that really aren't relating to what I'm doing now, and fortunately many of them I achieved, so that I could see, like, well, actually if I worked in athletics or pro athletics, it's not really what I want, because I was able to sort of get my foot into that world. Or I'm happy with the work that I do with Magic the Gathering, but I was able to be on the pro tour and travel to all these places and see actually what I want to do, because I tried everything. It's like, let me try a surf lifestyle, let me work as a server in restaurants, let me work for some major corporations, let me work with events, let me work with kids, let me work with sports, let me be a coach, let me be a streamer, let me do this online, let me try farming. And I found, like, okay, I like farming. Now, it would have been nice if I had been certain that I wanted to work in agriculture when I was 22. I would probably have a much bigger impact and imprint, and I would have more business related to this. However, You can't just know. You have to, at times, try things to figure it out. So that's why I encourage people to experiment and to accomplish when they're young. However, another thing that allows you to have more certainty is getting certainty, objective certainty from other people and studies and so on. So for instance, later in my 20s, I read Blue Zones by Dan Buettner. I talk about this book a lot. And he quantifies the good life by studying it and saying the people who live the longest are the healthiest and report the highest levels of happiness objectively do this, 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 and this. And I could have never found that out. I could have experimented and failed. But since I read that book and since I look at, okay, here's people who are living good lives and which seems to be like pretty good targets, now I can know that, hey, maybe I should get vitamin D, maybe I should work outside, maybe I should swim in the ocean, maybe I should eat good food. I don't need to chase the money, make a big impact. I can live a simple life of generosity and it will go very well for me. And I didn't have to experiment. I could read, actually, objectively, this leads to greater quality and duration of life. So let me go that. Now, I didn't have that certainty until later in my 20s, mid-20s, later 20s. If I had read that book when I was 18, then my direction would have been different. So for you, it doesn't matter at any age, but especially if you're young, like, read as much as you can, read about the good life experience, do a lot of experiments, try a lot of things, see what you like. And you're gonna have to sacrifice. You can try drinking, you try smoking, get that over with as quickly as possible. Get the partying out of you as soon as you can so that you can focus on figuring it out, getting clarity. The sooner you have clarity, the sooner you have commitment, the sooner you can build things, right? You want to have a family, you need certainty on a partner. You don't have certainty on that, it's never, it won't happen for you. You want to have certainty on where you're going to do it. It's important that you commit to where you're going to live. If you want to master your craft and build businesses, it's important that you have certainty on that as soon as possible, because the problem with low certainty people is they dabble, they're uncommitted in their work, they're uncommitted in their place of living, they're uncommitted in their relationships, they're wondering what else is out there. You don't want that. You want to know this is it. And that way you can do your life's work and you're not distracted by, oh, the grass is greener over here. So I hope you find that useful. I appreciate you. Comment below if you found this helpful, and let me know what was most useful about it and what you can commit to in your life. And hit me up in the comments, whatever you're working on and you need help with. I'm happy to do that. So appreciate you and look forward to reading what your comments are. Much love and talk soon. Peace.